What up folks, Graphics Rogue here, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron. We're gonna do another Hearts of Iron playthrough, yay! But I thought Hearts of Iron 4 was gonna come out a while ago. Apparently, it doesn't even really have a release date. Jeez, it's taken a long time to make Hearts of Iron 4. I've been hearing about it for a long time. So I guess they're nowhere near done with it. That's sad, but so, while waiting for Hearts of Iron 4, let's get back to old-timey Hearts of Iron. Now, we played as America. I had a nice America tribute video at the end of my at the finale episode of my USA playthrough. I don't know if anybody saw that, but go check that out. I liked it. Thought it was fun. We're going to pick a new country. I was thinking maybe try the Soviets or maybe even Italy, but I wanted to try going for the Japanese Imperial Empire of Japan, because I played it before and I really like this campaign. It's really hard, and it's really hard first off because you're fighting big ass China. You're fighting all these Chinese nations together, and it's very tough to get a foothold. You need to get a foothold into this land. They have a lot of bad territory, a lot of territory where it's hard to get supplies. You need to I came up with a strategy that worked on me on a few playthroughs, and I think I'll probably be able to pull it off here, but I probably won't be able to pull it off without a lot of save reloads. Probably have to reload a few saves in order to really get it working. That's how it happens before, because you got to really get in there hard and fast when you're going to do the different parts of the strategy, which is basically slam in here, just blitz as far down here as you can. Hopefully I will be able to get to the river, and we'll hold at the river for a while, wait for all the armies to come up at us and on the river, and then we do another massive invasion into Shanghai area, and we push deep until we get to that part of the river, and then we pull another invasion, basically just pulling these forces out of this part of China and push them into this area. And we basically just abandoned this entire area, because this whole thing was nothing more than a diversion. We are diverting forces, enemy forces, away from this area, and we'll continue pushing further and further with our armies. Through here, we'll get past the river, and we'll get forces over here, keep going through here. Hopefully we'll surround and kill a few enemies in this area, and then from there we'll be able to push and push and push, and that's how I've done it before. And that's how we're going to do it again. Hirohito, head of state. Well, we might play as Italy next time. I'm not sure. We'll see. It was a real toss-up between this one and Italy. So I had a fun time with Italy before too. I remade a new Roman Empire. Italy was able to capture France because it was oh man, that was a fun one, my Italy playthrough. Germany almost lost. There was a Normandy invasion somewhere around here, and Germany lost everything in France. They lost like half Germany, half the German kingdom, but Italy was the ones who basically conquered the Soviets. I don't remember how much of the Soviet land we got. We got a lot of it, but we were the main part in beating the Soviets, and we had to come a whole army back, save the day, and we saved the Germans, and we conquered France and all that stuff all ourselves, and we were basically the superpower at that point. Germany wasn't nothing to Italy. That was a cool campaign, but we're going to do Japan this time. Most of this episode is going to be just me setting up the armies. Yeah, it's a huge mess. We're going to be try to set up the chain of command and all that. It's a huge mess, and I don't know why it starts out being a huge mess like this. It's weird. It's like they want to give the player paperwork or something. Send you guys away. We're going to play as Japan, and we're going to attempt to spread the glorious teachings of glorious Nippon throughout the world. We will spread the glory of Rurouni Kenshin throughout the lands far and wide, and all will know the mightiness of the reverse blade, but only the first 2 seasons. Only the first, and no one must know of the third season. No, it is Japan's greatest shame. Third season of Rurouni Kenshin. Got a garrison, alright. I guess we'll keep you right there. So, we're gonna try to avoid a war with America as long as we can. Try to avoid the war with the Allies as long as we can. Because once the Allies get in a war with us, we're gonna be beat down really hard. Because the main problem is their navy outnumbers us, and their navy is just, they're all over the waters, and they're destroying our convoys left and right. Our convoys are just going to be annihilated, absolutely annihilated. So we just need to keep pouring effort into making more and more convoys. That's what we need to do. It's the only thing we can do. It's the only thing we can do. Unfortunately, production. Unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot of IC. We need to conquer some of that China land in order to get some more IC. Strategic. We have some good naval build speed. Is there anything we need right now? I'm not sure. Okay, so that'll be our goal, basically. Gonna move when we're ready. We're going to build a lot of armies. We're going to try to pump out as many armies as we can. And we're going to fill them all into Taiwan. We're going to fill them all into Manchukuo. All into Manchukuo. They're our puppet state. And we're going to flood into here. Then a big naval invasion over here and distract a whole lot of them. And that should be good. Siam! We'll try to conquer Siam if we can. Although, when the war with Britain starts, we won't be able to defend it. And the Brits will take it, so that'll be trouble. Hopefully, when the Germans take France, we get all this tasty Vietnam. We get Nam. They're in the trees, man! They're in the trees! Alright, so I'm gonna spend a lot of time just reorganizing this bullshit, so I'll come back to you when there's something to come back to. Alright, I may have overdone it with the the research, but you know, as some of these get finished, they'll go to the bottom of the list and it'll leave room open for other ones, so I don't mind having more than what's possible. See, we don't have all that much leadership, and we're gonna need to fix that with some tech. I'm gonna be focusing on cavalry a lot, cavalry and infantry and engineers, and a little bit on tanks. I'm going to try to get up to medium tanks, and that's about it. I don't think we'll need much more than that, as we're playing Japan, and we're going to be fighting in a lot of rough terrain. And cavalry is a lot better at dealing with the mountain stuff and rough terrain than tanks are. Plus, cavalry don't use fuel, which is going to be... we're not going to have a whole lot of fuel coming to us. And that's why cavalry is going to be very useful. We're going to be try to focus on some of these engineers, get their assault weapons ready for the jungles and the forests and all that crap we're going to have to deal with. Rivers is definitely going to be a lot of rivers. Oh man, it's rivers. We're a little too far away to even mess with night fighting, so I'm not going to bother with that right now. You know, we're not going to mess with that too much. We're not messing with that too much right now. I'm still not 100% sure if I should be putting my all into the navies. The enemy navies, they're strong, but they're not plentiful because they're way over here. They would rather be on the other side of the world fighting the Germans. When the Americans do their thing, the navy we already got is pretty big, pretty plentiful, pretty powerful. We'll work on upgrading navy stuff later on, but we do want more aircraft carrier stuff. Aircraft carriers are very powerful, from what I can tell. Not 100% sure I'm on my own tries, but everyone says in the forums that the aircraft carriers are something to be are something to be feared. It should be like a navy full of like 1 or 2 aircraft carriers and a whole bunch of small escort ships like destroyers or light cruisers, something like that. And from what I read, not a lot of people put a lot of faith in battleships, big heavy capital battleships. So we're gonna try to go for aircraft carriers here. Might as well start for the rest of it. Just start pumping up our aircraft carrier power. Not really. I never really put that much thought into bombers and fighters. I barely ever do anything with that. But you know, these are just one time, so let them be finished and they won't be on the list anymore, taking up space, and that'll be fine. We need the infantry. We need to be ahead when it comes to the infantry, because we're going to be facing a lot of Chinese, and their manpower is going to outdo us by a crazy ton. For the industry, I'm really going to want to put my stuff. Well, this is a one and done thing, so that's why I clicked that, and I'm not real worried about radar stuff. You know, I think radar stuff like helps you with Navy stuff. I'm not 100% sure what the radar does for me, really. Last time we tried to go for a nuclear thing, and we won long before we even got a nuke, and it was kind of pointless. I'm not sure if we'll probably just win before we even get near any nukes. Let's get these out. I'll try to go for the nuke again, but we might win long before we even do that. I'm not sure why nukes are even here. They take too long to make. They take too long to research. A lot of projects, but you know, once these get done, they'll be dropped to the bottom of the list. So I think this is fine. Just doing it like that. Can't do any secret stuff or theories. Repair rate. Repair rate is very important, actually. Yeah, we need to do that. Supplies. We really need to focus on ICs and supply stuff when it comes to theories and lands and whatnot. Oh yeah, supply stuff. That's big business. That's supply shit. This theory does. I'm still not 100% sure what exactly this does. I think this helps us learn stuff faster, maybe. Submarine, naval. If so, oh man, that's a lot. We really need to pump up our leadership. Here we're going to be focusing on raising our organization and all the delays between attacks. We really need to pump that up. The Blitzkrieg, more organization the better. Organization's pretty good when you think about it. Like, oh man. Carrier groups, doctrines, commerce, escort, convoy efficiency, CAG duty efficiency. We're definitely going to want to try to move for these two so we can get these guys over there. Alright, let's not worry too much about the planes and the boats. We're a naval power, but we already have a big, strong navy, and it's enough to deal with most of the China navies. And the Americans and the Allies, they won't really send much navies at us, so I think that'll be fine. We definitely want, the IC research, and we're definitely pumping that up as best we can. I don't think we really need the leadership right now. No, wait. Yeah, leadership is this stuff. Oh, we definitely need that then. Attrition. Let's put you to the top of the list. Leadership goes to the top of the list. Alright! Oil conversion. We really need to pump our leadership up so we can get a lot more of this stuff a lot faster. It'll be a few years before the war breaks out, and we'll be able to stall for a while actually. After the war with Germany breaks out, we'll be able to stall for a long time. We won't have to join in Germany's war. Well, might join Germany's war. For one thing, we don't have to join them. We don't have to join Germany for a while, even at all. But I will join them because they're Axis. No reason not to. But I can put off attacking these guys for a long time. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna wait till I have a huge army here, huge army there. That's what we're gonna do. So, alright. What a popular front it was. Alright, I think we should enact a 3-year draft. Sounds good to me. Don't worry about it, other countries. Don't worry about our war economy. So we're not going to declare war or anything. What are you, stupid? Come on. That's stupid. Come on. Okay, not much really happened to this one. We set up the command situation in the Japanese island itself. We're still going through the command situation and refiling all the forces over in this area. We've fixed up some of these garrisons over here. Most of them were like one garrison. We kind of made them a little more fatter, but we need to raise up more garrisons. We need to have a garrison force in every port, in every single port, so these ports don't get took easily on a sneak attack. We can't let that happen. We need those ports. We missed some. We forgot about those guys. Hold on, let me just get them right quick, fast. And, yes, what are we doing? We are focusing on just reorganizing the entire fleet. For the moment, for what I've been doing for a long time, I've been Spanish Civil War. That's nice. I've been refiling the fleets, so we've got a lot of sick, hardcore fleets. Yeah, I think we need one more destroyer on that last one. Where are you? Indoru. Let's pop you. I'll give you another star. I'm not really sure what the star systems matter. I wish I knew, because it seems like you can just give a star, give full stars to anyone, and I don't understand why. You can give those big ass stars to anyone you want. I don't see the point. I might as well just make this guy a fucking fleet admiral. Okay, you're a little bit over, but I don't think it's that bad. Let's go carry. Alright, you'll be fine there. And I'll put the rest of you in this reserve fleet, where I put all my fleets in one big blob and just divvy them out from there. So we got a lot of battle cruisers, we got a lot of battleships. We're gonna try to build more destroyers and light cruisers so we can divvy out all these battleships. I don't want to just get rid of them. I don't think that's a good idea. Maybe it is a good idea just to drop these. I already got a big fat fleet right here. I've got 2 submarine fleets. We're gonna try to figure out what to do with those later. Got 2 transport fleets. One of them is somewhere else. We're gonna have to name these next time. Oh, you're over there. You don't need to be over there. Get back over here. We need to build 4 more transports over here. Let's do that right now while I'm thinking about it. As you see, we're now making a lot of units that we cannot make at the moment. But we're just gonna have to get them one bit at a time. We'll send all those garrisons to where they need to be. And yeah, for the first part, we are going to stay warless. We're not going to go do any silly wars we don't need to. We're going to drag this out as long as we can. And then, when we are ready, we shall strike. We will blitzkrieg China, and they will not know what hit them. Unless they do, and then they destroy us. We'll see. But we're going to have to see about that next time. As last time, if you want to be a part of the army, if you want to enlist and join the glorious Harhi Nation, no, I don't want Harhi. You want to join the glorious Baccano Nation, I guess? Let me know in the comments. Do you want to be a fleet admiral? Do you want to be a flyboy? Do you want to be an Imperial General, or do you want to be a regiment? A corps leader, a regiment? Because what I'll do is I wish I could rename the names, but I can't. I'll just go over here and do bop digga dooga daga daga. That's what we'll do in order to name our soldiers. So if you want to join us, you want to join the glorious army, let me know. Is there anything I can do with you? No, you're... Yeah, I just need to throw more forces over here. So what about 2, 3 armies, 4 armies over here? No, that would be too much. I think 2 full armies. I think 2 full armies should be enough over here to distract and protect in this area. You know, we'll have like 4 full armies, if not more, over here pushing into the north. That's how we're going to do for there. So, yeah, let me know if you want to join the army. We are going to have, for this week, I am doing a batch right now. We're going to have 3 episodes. This week we're going to upload 3 episodes. In those 3 episodes, you let me know if you want to join the army, and then the next week, we'll get you in it. How diggity do, flyboy? Marine, what do you want to do? You want to be a garrison? You just want to sit on your butt protecting Pyongyang all day? That's what you'll do. You'll be the best garrison leader ever. You'll sit on your butt. You won't be involved. You won't have to worry about getting shot by some Chinaman over in Jiangxi. Hell no, you'll be safe. You want to have a you want a garrison on the back end, on the ass end of the world, some island. You want an island resort? I'll send you to an island if that's what you want. Never hear from me again. That'll be fantastic. You can sip Mai Tais and order slave boys or whatever. Whatever you like to do. Hey, you like to order slave boys. That's your thing. I know that's what my audience likes. No. But anyway, we'll figure that all out next time. I'm your Graphics Rogue. Later, folks. Peace.